the unexplained. Well, we're slow to let go of the people we believe in. Maybe, just maybe, they're also slow letting go of us.
We don't know exactly where we come from, how our consciousness evolves. We don't know exactly where it goes. Religion has been founded to give an answer to this question. And superstitions have taken the place of religion in many cultures, trying to give people an answer to the problems that beset their lives. This is the eternal mystery, and only the supernatural seems to afford some clues to the answer.
All those important things, mother and daughter, husband and wife, enemy and enemy, money and miser, all those terribly important things, the earth part kind of burns away, burns out. And what's left? What's left when memory is gone? And your identity, Mrs. Smith? Something eternal. We all know down in our bones that something is eternal, and that something has to do with human beings. All the greatest people that have lived for the past 5,000 years have been telling us that, and yet you'd be surprised how we lose sight of that fact. There's something eternal about every human being.
You know, it's Gertrude Stein. When she was on her deathbed, Alice B. Toklas said to her, "Gertrude, Gertrude, what is the answer?" And Gertrude Stein looked up like with her dying breath and said, "What is the question?"
I believe that whatever happened in this case was not simply a mental disturbance. It was something beyond that, and something inexplicable, and paranormal phenomena were undeniably taking place in connection with it.
I'm much more open to when people say, "Hey, we have a ghost," you know. Before I would have said, "Yeah, sure, you got a ghost. Yeah, sure." Today I'll listen, and I'll believe them.
Right after that happened, a gal friend of mine had come back from London, living in an actor's house, and she was reading a book in the corner of her room, and suddenly the hairs on the back of her head stood up. It was a huge house, and she looked up from the book, and she claims in the corner was a ectoplasmic kind of shimmering object. She ran about 400 yards to the nearest house. A woman opened the door, and she took one look at my girlfriend and said, "Oh, you've seen the ghost, have you?" At which point, my girlfriend passed out. And that happened right after this story that I did, so put them all together, and what do you got? Ghosts.
But when it comes to ghosts, when it comes to apparitions, we tend to sort of smile a little and scoff at them. But I am one person who actually saw one.
I think it'd be marvelous if there was some way that we could establish real contact with this other dimension, where I believe a lot of us go when we die. There's a lot of research to indicate that with a near-death experience, people find themselves traveling at the speed of light into another dimension, where they meet people who have gone on, who have died before them. And if that really is a plane of existence, I think it might be possible to make contact with that plane of existence. The Greeks talked about it, the Romans talked about it, the Chinese have talked about it, and the Indians have talked about it. The yogis do make contact. I think it'd be wonderful if we could do it in a scientific way to prove that there is something important beyond this life.
Whether you are a skeptic or a believer, we can all agree that the unknown is and always has been a fascination for all of us. And next time you walk into a dark room, think twice when you take it for granted that you're alone, especially if you're in Hollywood. Haunted Hollywood, that is.
I see death.
Why are you haunting me? You're making me afraid. You chase me round all day. You scare my friends away. Why are you haunting me? You fly around my room. change till 3. When I turn out the light, you're in my bed at night. Why are you haunting me? I have the letter you left me the night you took your own life. You said you'd come back to get me, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance tonight. Not your type. Please get it through your head. I can't love you, you're dead. Why are you haunting me? Please get it through your head. I can't love